Hello, and welcome all my beautiful vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Sagittarius suns, have big Sagittarius placements, or are cross watchers for Sagittarius. Excuse my burp. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of November 2024. I want to wish a very happy birthday to all of my November Sagittarius friends. We love you, so happy birthday. If you're looking for love messages, I have those on a tier on my Patreon that will be linked down below. Gives you access to all the zodiac month ahead love messages, so you can watch for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever tickles your fancy. All kinds of good stuff over there. The way things are going to be working today is I will pull an oracle card to look at your overarching theme for the month ahead. I will use tarot to further clarify details, messages, all that good jazz. At the end, I will pull an overarching oracle theme for your love life and then some overarching tarot themes as well. That is what we will be exploring on Patreon. So if what comes out there seems like it's of interest to you, it resonates, you're like, oh yeah, that's for me, there might be a sign there or messages there for you. So with that, let's get into it. Because it is November and it is a time of harvest, it is a time of spending, to be with loved ones, especially for those who celebrate Thanksgiving. My intention with this is to really look at something in the month ahead that you're going to have gratitude for, that is going to be like, a grateful, fateful turn of events, maybe even how other people have gratitude for you, but gratitude's really going to be... Gratitude's really going to be a central theme in your month ahead, and we're going to figure out how and kind of where, what that looks like. So let's see, for my lovely Sagittarius friends, I remember you guys had a hell of a spicy reading last month, so let's see what you get now. We have take the opportunity at the bottom. So this is really beautiful because I do feel like there is an opportunity that is manifesting for you this month, or that is continuing, it's blossoming, because this was kind of a theme that came up for you in October. So you may have gotten the opportunity then, and it's kind of continuing on, like, again, blossoming now, or you might be getting the opportunity now. And it feels like it's very fortuitous. The sun is at the bottom, right? So on the card at the bottom. So there's a lot of positivity here. It feels like this is very blessed by spirit, and this might be something that you end up being very grateful for. Okay. So one of your tarot cards flipped itself over. I'll show it to you in a moment. The Queen of Wands wanted to kind of pop her head out as well. So I feel like you're in this like peak manifestation energy. Three of Pentacles. Some of you are manifesting a new job, which is very exciting. The world, and it's good. There's a culmination. There's a feeling of like celebration. The world is a level up. It's a graduation of sorts. So it's not just an ending, but it's a very like full circle moment kind of ending. It's pretty neat. So what you guys have, okay. I was like, what you guys have patience. Okay. Immediately there's going to be something where you are so glad that you had patience for it. Some of you have to have a little bit more patience. It's interesting, we're talking about a blossoming here. So some of you, you're going to have a little bit more patience, possibly until around the 20th, right? Because we have the card 20 here. It feels like, 20 makes me think of the Judgment card in the tarot. So there could be something where you had kind of to make a choice, like a seemingly a pretty big choice, and you weren't going to see the results right away, but you decided to have patience, like to go for it and have patience with the process, and you're feeling really grateful for that. I do see that. But yeah, I feel like overarchingly, before I even get into it, you're going to be feeling a sense of gratitude with how everything is coming together, the timing, and your own patience with the process. So the card that flipped itself over was the Two of Wands in reverse. We have the Page of Wands, yeah. I love it. Aries energy showing up. And the Devil, okay. Capricorn energy showing up. So it feels like you're finally getting the go-ahead to move forward with something new with this Page of Wands. It's exciting. It's, a wonderful opportunity. It's just very invigorating. And I see that with the Two of Wands, you've been kind of moving toward this for a while, but it's taken its time, right? I always say this is like hovering in the doorway. So you start moving toward a path you feel drawn to, and then maybe there's a blockage, maybe there's some fear, there's some other stuff that kind of has to be dealt with, whether it's internally directed or it's sort of externally motivated. You're hovering in the doorway. You haven't continued to fully move forward. Sometimes for me, the Two of Wands as well, when it comes out reversed, is like we're already moving in a new direction. We've made the plans, but it's just not time yet. We're anticipating. We're waiting for that. So that might be something that you are experiencing a little bit more this month, where there's like There's something you're moving toward. This is very heavily aspected that there's travel. There is like a relocation here. There's a new job for some of you that's very heavily involved in this. And it feels like it's kind of like, okay, it's going to happen. You've got your sights set on the horizon, and it's very, very exciting. And with the Devil coming out, I feel it's like you're leaving behind something that, like, this is so exciting because you chose a different path and you're getting rewarded for your growth is kind of the vibe that I'm picking up here. And in doing so, leaving behind something with the Devil that is not been serving you. And I actually want to look, I want to clarify that one first. The Hierophant. Some of you are leaving a Taurus behind. A lot of earth energy over in this corner. But something that you have been really committed to. I feel like you stayed committed to your spiritual path. Yeah, Strength is at the bottom. Leo energy. You stayed committed to your spiritual path, your spiritual lessons, your spiritual growth. And it feels like you took a leap and that's going to be rewarded. The Star, Aquarius. Again, a lot of like, we just had like Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus pop up. A lot of fixed sign energy. It feels like this has been, what you're able to leave behind as a result is a period of unrest, because these are both like, commitment, your spiritual growth and your healing as well, right? Both of these can represent really like higher spirituality, but in a slightly different context. Some of you are leaving behind organized religion in order to find your spiritual path and calling, and that feels right. Some of you are leaving behind tradition in order to kind of strike out and do your own thing. There's an eccentricity factor here, right? And that's kind of like, that's exciting. Excuse me. Allergies. Let me just take a sip of water real quick. That's really exciting. Some of you, you're moving toward your healing. Some of you, you're leaving behind like an addiction or a vice, and you're getting like that support that you need to go move toward healing instead. And it is really exciting because you're leaving behind this like chapter of your life that maybe made you feel unstable, out of control. And it's just like, I gotta let this go. This also could be a person. Some of you are leaving a marriage, I have to be honest, and it's a very controlling marriage, or it's a marriage that makes you feel very, very stifled. And not just like, having like unhappiness, but a marriage that makes you feel very spiritually stifled. You're not allowed to become the person you need to become. And that's being left behind here. And do you see that? So what is this Two of Wands in reverse? The Seven of Pentacles reverse. It feels like this is deciding to leave something behind, right? You're cutting your losses, you're moving on. So this may have been something you were hesitating on for a while, or there were like, for some, there was some element of finances involved, like there are shared accounts, there's, you had to wait for your money to get stable before you could go, or you're still waiting for that. I'm so sorry. We have Justice at the bottom as well. So again, there could be a legal contract that was playing a role here. You could be dealing with a Libra, but you're waiting for something to kind of be like balance back out, right? And it feels like for many of you, this was in order to leave something behind with the Seven of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, yeah. And then the Four of, a lot of you, for some of you, you're leaving behind a committed relationship or a marriage of some kind. Some type of pretty entrenched dynamic, and you're leaving this, it feels like, okay, Two of Wands, right? Like I said, you're hovering in the doorway because it came out reverse. With the Seven of Pentacles, you may have been deciding whether or not to like cut your losses here. And it feels like a lot of you guys are like, you're making that choice, or you're finally able to move forward in that choice. And for some, 10 of Cups and the Four of Pentacles is because there's somebody else involved. You could have kids with this person. You could be married to this person. This person could be your family, but there's like, where's the line between commitment and possession is kind of what's being explored here. This person involved has been holding on to you. This person may have been using financial matters or like shared responsibilities as a way to hold on to you. And so it feels like that's what you had to kind of untangle yourself from. And I do see that. So, with this have patience, you could be having gratitude for, like things like moving forward finally. You might need to have, like I said, a little bit more patience, but then like, partway through the month, it starts to take off, right? Because what I do see here is the new beginning with the Page of Wands. There's a lot of excitement. Somebody here could be Year of the Tiger in the Chinese zodiac. There's a lot of excitement. There's a lot of creativity, a lot of passion. Yeah, the King of Cups. Some of you guys are entering into a new relationship potentially. The Moon. Okay, so we have heavy Scorpio and Cancer. But more than anything else, we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. More than anything else, this is a new venture for you into exploring what makes you happy. It feels like you're coming to terms with, or you've already come to terms with the phases, the emotional phases of your life. What works for you, what doesn't, what suits you, what doesn't. I always like to, whenever I see candle imagery, it always makes me think of the wand suit. We have a bunch here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 of wands would indicate there's like success that's brewing, but I really noticed the 2 candles here. So again, that 2 of wands kind of imagery showing up. A lot of you guys, you're partway through the month, you're finally able to move forward in a new direction. You're feeling really emotionally stable within yourself. You're feeling really in tune with your path moving ahead. A lot of you guys are just feeling really good and really grounded, emotionally speaking. And it's because you're finally starting some new type of venture. Some of you have been upping your self-care game, but there's something that even if you're not fully detached from the thing that you're trying to, move away from, it does feel like there is something new that's beginning, that's giving you a sense of optimism and renewed energy. Yes, this is going to happen. The 9 of Swords reversed. A lot of you guys are just you're just feeling less anxious about this. The Sun, it feels like you've been investing more into your own happiness. And as a result, you're feeling less anxious about moving forward, less anxious about, if this person's trying to hold on to you, it's all right, whatever. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. This person may have used kind of obligation as a way of guilting you into things a lot. And there's kind of a sense of I know where my loyalties lie. I know what I feel I have an obligation to. I know what my calling is. I know what my path is. So you can say whatever you want to say. Excuse me, but I'm not really going to let it bother me. You guys are kind of getting that energy of unless you have, unless it's a legal mandate, I'm not going to worry about it. If it's just about, if it's just you pressuring me based off of what you think I should do, you can go right ahead. I'm not worried about it. I'm focused on my happiness. Thanks for asking. So this is kind of what I see as a big theme for you in your month ahead, something you'll have gratitude on. It feels like your new venture is on the horizon. You're going to start to see that coming into fruition. And there's a sense of gratitude for taking the leap of faith and still having patience in the interim while things are kind of still blossoming for you. So your major overarching energy when it comes to love. I try not to look because I know this deck well enough now that I know what a bunch of the cards are. So I want to be surprised with you. Okay, and then I want to pull your tarot cards first, and I'll show you all of them, and then we'll explore them on Patreon. The Hierophant is coming out. So you could have more commitment when it comes to love coming in. But I also do feel like this is a commitment to self. And there's that world. Excuse me. There's that world at the bottom. So this is your major overarching theme when it comes to love. And we have only time will tell. Oh boy. So strength. Leo energy. The Emperor in reverse. Aries energy. A lot of fire. And the Sun, more Leo energy. Okay, I have thoughts on this. So if you want to hear them, please feel free to join me over on Patreon where we're going to explore this in depth. But I want to thank you so much for being here and spending your time and energy with me today. It really means a lot. And I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy month ahead. Take care.